us some money!
Hello friends, hello strangers. Well, it's been a while since I've posted any videos about me, and my channel has seen a fair bit of growth since then. As such, I thought I'd make something so that new viewers can learn a little bit more about me and my situation. Hopefully this way I can avoid a bunch of the same questions filling up my approval queue with every new video.
What are your gender/pronouns/preferences/etc.?
I'm a trans woman, so my pronouns are she, her. The reason that some people might find it difficult to tell is that I'm undergoing vocal training and the results have been varied as of late. I can only get my voice so far up in terms of pitch, and even then that doesn't guarantee it comes off as feminine. I will say though, if you think my voice sounds in any way masculine now, just go check my earlier videos. Trust me, there is a world of difference. In terms of other preferences, I'm poly, lesbian, and ace. Collectively, this means that while I don't really experience sexual attraction, I think girls are pretty and they make my little gay heart go aflutter. This will make itself especially apparent the more of my videos you see.
What is your favorite movie/TV show/video game/food, etc.?
See, this is a tough one because I can seldom commit to a favorite anything. But I suppose if this were a hand on the good book, gun to my head scenario, I would say my favorite movie is currently Birds of Prey. My favorite TV show is The Owl House. My favorite video game series is Jak and Daxter. My favorite band is Rush. My favorite food is lasagna. And my favorite characters of all time include Ida, Spyro, Sylvanas, Jack, Kreia, Lana Benico, and Peter Parker.
Why is your style so much like Lily Orchard?
Well, it might have something to do with the fact that I'm currently engaged to Lily Orchard. See, we met officially through a mutual friend about December of 2018, we became a couple in May of 2019, and then she proposed to me on January of 2020. In that time, she has become one of the most important people in my life and is someone I am very much looking forward to building a future with. Barring finances and COVID keeping us apart more often than not, our time together has been nothing short of blissful, and when we're married and I'm eligible for Canadian citizenship, we won't have anything keeping us apart. We have no shortage of wonderful ways to spend time together, including but not limited to creating content like Poke Madhouse, The Sith Resurgence, and the Horde Champion stories. Go give those a read if you haven't already. And of course, dating and creating with someone like Lily means we do share similarities and influence each other a great deal. If you at all noticed that how I frame my videos is similar to Lily's style, this is why. In fact, for the longest time, people only knew who I was because Lily promoted my stuff. Thank you, Sunshine.
Are you an artist? Do you accept commissions?
Yes and yes. I've been meaning to update my commission sheet for a while, which I've admittedly been slacking on, but I am fully willing and able to draw stuff for money. I am open to general NSFW stuff, but nothing especially fetishistic and weird. Also, no mechas and no complicated robots, and no Nazi artwork. I know that last one seems like a no-brainer, but recall that the brony fandom has had, and probably still does have, a Nazi problem. Best not to take chances.
Why do you have to bring politics into your videos? You're reading too much into things.
Hate to break it to you, champ, but all art is political. Star Wars has a very blatant anti-fascist philosophy. Early Star Trek was as socialist as you can imagine. Dr. Seuss wrote books about the arms race and the toxicity of consumerism. The Fire Nation was inspired by imperialist Japan, and the MCU is packed to the brim with pro-military imagery. Okay, that last one is actually pretty bad. So yeah, regardless of how intentional it is or how well it is executed, all art is political. How well it handles certain political topics is a factor in determining how good or bad a property is. For example, the villains in Steven Universe are very fascist-coded, what with having an oppressive caste system and several accounts of genocide under their belt. How this children's show decides to approach these fascist-coded villains is to say, you have to make nice with them or else they'll kill you and everyone you love. Fighting back is not only pointless, it's morally wrong. Killing people who have already killed billions makes you just as bad as them. This is why Steven Universe is a bad show. It imparts a terrible lesson onto children. So yeah, whenever a property I cover or its fandom does something that skirts the line of political intrigue, be it regarding race, religion, gender, or nationality, it's going to certainly get talked about. Don't like it? Go consume other content where the very present politics go over your thick skull.
Can you do a video about Willow's character? Or Lilith? Or King?
I don't see that kind of thing happening any earlier than Season 2, guys. Like I said in the last video, there's only so much about the Owl House that I can talk about, even though it's my favorite show. You gotta understand that actual thought goes into these video essays. I can't just write down every brain fart I have to fill out a script. If I were to make videos on any of the other characters, it's not going to extend past 10 minutes without a conga line of detours and non sequiturs. And I'm very much aware that the Owl House is a show that gave my channel the most growth, so admitting such a thing runs the risk of losing the audience I only just gained for myself. If there was more stuff to talk about, I can certainly see myself becoming an Owl House channel. As it stands, I can only hope that whatever I choose to cover still interests you guys. I will say though, if you want to show the Owl House some love, it's going to be on Disney Plus on October 30th, and you should absolutely go watch it there.
Grilled cheese made with garlic bread? WTF? Why didn't I think of this?
What matters is that you have now been made aware of it. You're welcome.
What are your favorite genres and character archetypes?
My favorite genres are romance and comedy. Cute relationships and wit are damn near enough to sell me on anything. Of course, if the thing I'm reading has only one or the other, that alone can be more than enough. One such romance story I'm reading is a Warcraft Modern AU fanfic called Dive, where the protagonist is stuck in a failing straight marriage and, in her efforts to escape, ends up falling for a charming bartender. The story is not exactly funny, but it's soft, wholesome, gay as all hell, and it has just enough dramatic tension that you actually become invested in the couple living happily together. I'll link that story in the description so that you can read it. As for character archetypes, this one is trickier because I make an attempt to appreciate characters, not on what structure they were intended for, but how well they're executed. Being fixated on archetypes over the character itself leaves you vulnerable to consuming some questionable material. But once again, if I had to choose, I would say the trickster archetype. Not much of a surprise since I fucking love Discord as much as I do. However, if I were to point to a single favorite use of this archetype, I would recommend the Gargoyles episode, The Mirror. Puck the Fairy is the star of the episode, and everything about him is pure fucking gold. From his voice acting, to the animation, to just how much of a little shit he can be, he embodies everything enjoyable about the trickster character.
Will we see more content about Discord on your channel?
Possibly. The show might be over, but there's still Discord material I have yet to cover. I know that he has some of the better stories in the comics, so I might give that a look. And hopefully covering MLP content on this channel won't alienate the audience I've been gathering for myself. And I'm still hoping that Discord makes the jump to G5. I know they'll likely have to recast him, seeing as they already have, and tweak with his design somewhat, but so long as the nucleus of what makes him great is still there, I won't lose sleep over minor quibbles.
What is your opinion on Star Wars thing here?
Well, with 3 Star Wars videos under my belt, I've gotten this question a fair bit. All these questions are pretty varied, so I'll try to speed round these. Favorite movie in the series is Revenge of the Sith. Least favorite is Rise of Skywalker. The stuff they did with Maul in Clone Wars and Rebels is fine, but I personally don't think it was worth bringing him back. I am not interested in The Mandalorian in the slightest. I am patiently waiting for more SWTOR content so that I can have more adventures with my Sith wife Lana. Anakin has had an objectively better character arc than Kylo Ren. Rey, Finn, Poe, and Rose all deserved a better trilogy to be in. The High Republic stuff might be good, but it's still too soon to tell. Everything I have to say about Ahsoka can be found in this video here. The Force Unleashed is objectively better than Jedi Falcon Odor. The scene in Phantom Menace where Anakin has to say goodbye to his mom is the one scene in all of Star Wars that has made me cry. I'm serious! Children being removed from their parents always gets me right in my soul. How can you heartless monsters look at this scene and not tear up? You fuckers are all dead inside. Phantom Menace brought out more emotion than me than the entire new trilogy put together. Well, emotions that weren't utter frustration, I mean. Finally, I believe that, in theory, a movie about a light-leaning Sith protagonist would be a dream come true for me. However, given how the new trilogy panned out, I don't suspect that they would utilize the story to its full potential. Everybody got that? Good.
What is your opinion on intersonic theme here?
Oh, Jesus. Alright, speed round number 2. Favorite Sonic story ever written is Sonic Universe 1 through 4, The Shadow Saga. Favorite game is Generations. Least favorite is Forces because I was fucking stupid enough to actually pre-order that shit. Favorite comics are the post-Penders Archie line, and yes, Penders is an absolute scumbag. IDW Sonic is okay, but I'm just not personally satisfied with it. Infinite is Garbo, and his story is Garbo. Shadow should have killed him when he had the chance. Silver is a precious being who did nothing wrong. Shadow is technically my favorite character, but that's mostly because of older character work he's been given that has since been scrapped in every new iteration. These days, with the lack of any satisfying character work for him, I just give him the same characterization as Sylvanas and call it a day. Honestly, the only Sonic character I can actively give a shit about these days, apart from Shadow, is Sally Acorn. And that's because Archie presented the idea of her being romantically involved with Nicole before they lost the license, you fucking cow!
Can we recommend movies/shows/games to you?
I would rather you not personally. I get the idea of wanting to encourage me to try something that you think I might enjoy, or even just showing me something you want to see me tear to shreds. But the fact is, that sort of thing just kills my drive to actually go check out the thing. In my video about Salting the Earth, I made a point to say I avoid the vast majority of visual novels on the market because how gross their content is. Some people decide to take that as a challenge and recommend visual novels that they think would change my mind, even though the topic of that video was about the exception that proves the rule. So yeah, I won't be accepting recommendations. I will, however, be offering you guys a chance to make your voices heard. I currently have 4 ideas for the next video, and I will be including a straw poll for those choices in the description of this video. Go ahead and vote on what you want the next video to be about. Anyway, that's about my time. I will see you all later in the nearest imperceivable future.